viewers. I'm just going to take a couple minutes here to show you this hike trike I built for Olivia about 3 or 4 years ago. This is the second stage of it, and I don't think I'm done yet. I think I'm going to make some more modifications to it. But what we have here is what we had called the hike trike, and we needed something for Olivia to be able to use when we took her into rougher, rugged terrain. That a wheelchair would not be useful there. So I kind of came up with this idea, loosely based on other ideas I've seen, but this was completely built by me, and all of the pieces and materials used were all locally sourced, with the exception of the armrests here, which are wheelchair replacement armrests, and I use those for the armrest for Olivia. So I'm just going to give you a little more in-depth picture here of what exactly this is and what it's made out of. So I guess starting at the handle is 2 pieces of aluminum. This section here is actually plastic electrician conduit that you would feed wire to or through, and it's gray in color generally, and I just covered it in hockey tape. And the aluminum pipe is fitted up there, and there's rivets under here. You can't see them now, they're covered, but it's just riveted on. At the bottom here, just gonna push this ahead. This actually comes right off. I don't have it pinned on right now. The pins are on the floor over there. But look here, these are just pieces of pipe that I welded. It made kind of little feet, I guess. And they just slip on here. And rolling away, come back. There's holes drilled, and there's pins I have over here. There's 1, and there's 2. That go through. And clip on. Holds that in place, so this can come off when you transport it in your vehicle. We fitted in, we have a Volkswagen Atlas and a Volkswagen Tiguan, both SUVs, and it fits in there with 1 seat folded down, of course. We'll move a little forward here. The blue seat that you see is just a boat seat. I think that was about 60 bucks. And that folds down. So during transport, you have to put something on top there. These plastic wheels were locally sourced. I wanted the wheels to be able to be filled with air. You can see the stem there, because there's no suspension on this. And by letting air of the tires are hard right now, but when you let the air of the tires, it does give it a little bit more of a suspension bounce, and it's not such a rough ride for Olivia when we're pushing her along. All these areas that are wrapped in black hockey tape, that is aluminum. That's aluminum. This is steel. All these blue areas are steel pieces. So the aluminum kept the weight down. The steel added to it a bit. Had I been able to weld aluminum completely, I would have not used steel at all and made this one complete unit that's not pieced together, and that would have kept the weight down considerably. But overall, I figure this thing weighs about probably 60 pounds, so it's not overly heavy. Moving right along here to the front, we originally called this the hike trike, and that would have been because I had 3 wheels. As you can see now, it has 4. Problem was, when I had 1 wheel in the front, it was quite twisty and bendy, if that's a word, I guess. But adding the 2 wheels and made the axle a little bit wider made it a lot more stable. The footboard there, did you see where Olivia puts her feet? That's just a piece of plywood. I was going to use a piece of steel, thin steel, and drill holes in it so water could drain out, but I just kind of threw that on at the time, and it's been there since. Again, this is my second variation of it. I would like to do another variation of it where it would either come apart right around here, so this front section would come off, or if I could make it that it would fold somehow. That way it would be a lot easier to transport in other type of vehicles rather than just SUVs and pickup trucks. So if you had a smaller passenger car, perhaps it could fit in the trunk. Said and done, I am going to say I spent probably, I'm going to say in the ballpark of $400 to $500 materials. And that's the first variation and the second combined. We've used this quite a bit. Camping trips. There's pictures of Livy in it, and it's worked quite well for something I built. I can't really think of anything else I have to add at this point in time, but thanks again for watching. We'll see you later.